My name is Toby Davis, and I'm 27 years old, and I live in Northampton, Massachusetts. The quick answer to my gender identity is I identify as a trans man. I'm a playwright, and I wrote The Naked Eye monologues from Beyond the Binary. The easiest way to describe the play is to tell people that it's kind of like the transgender vagina monologues, except that it's really a lot more than that, because it's not just people who identify as transgender, but it's sort of other gender minorities. It's intersex people, it's genderqueer people, it's cisgender people who just have had gendered experiences that are not within sort of the rigid normal societal expectations.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. On February 24th, I had a form of sex reassignment surgery that constructed a vagina right between my legs, where it should have been my entire life.
Yesterday, this guy at the deli called me buddy. It was awesome!
Repeat after me. It's D.
D.
Y.
Y.
C.
C.
K.
K.
In the German language, one often uses the gender the when referring to a person, such as ask the Jessica, instead of simply ask Jessica. They always use the masculine form for me, but I correct them, saying that Teil is always neutral. Sagen Sie bitte das Teil, nicht der Teil. Please say das Teil, not der Teil. Danke.
Down with the gender system! Fuck gender! Fuck society! Fuck oppressors! I'm a female-bodied, queer, faggot, top, gender fuck punk! And don't you ever forget it!
I can't think of just the spectrum, and I have to kind of reject this spectrum that still kind of views like masculine maleness and feminine femaleness as these endpoints.
Gender is a social construct. These roles of male and female are really kind of arbitrary.
The three-dimensional Tetris that you can play on a Nintendo 64.
It's definitely not two boxes.
So maybe like I'm up here over by Antarctica.
Gender should just be an affinity.
But then Antarctica is maybe kind of drifting south.
It's a process and it's a movement, and it's almost like we're in a social movement.
In 3 dimensions, 4 dimensions.
Which isn't to say that I accept the two genders that we have. I think that as a society we're capable of more than that, but we're just not there yet.
It's this ever-shifting map.
A web of characteristics, and gender is picking those pieces that feel right for yourself.
Changing in relation to each other, and all these different points on it.
The worst part about being transsexual is this. Electrolysis of the balls. Electrolysis hurts. They don't just poke a needle into your skin. After they poke the needle in, they send a jolt of electrical charge into it. A jolt strong enough to kill the hair follicle. It hurts when it's done on your chin. It hurts when it's done on your chest. It hurts like hell when it's done on your upper lip. And I have got to imagine it hurts worse when it's done on your balls. So I've got a plan. I'm going to outsmart them. I'm epilating my balls.
Who here has ever gone for a day without peeing? Raise them up if you ever run away from the little skirt woman or the little pants man when you're out in the world. If you ever walk to a different floor or a different building or all the way back home to find a safe bathroom. That's too fucking many. And it has to fucking stop.
You are a boy, you said to me once. So you have a boy's body. It was just that simple to you. It's still not that simple to me.
It's clear that he doesn't think of me in androgynous terms like most people. He just sees me as a cute girl who happens to have a penis. And somehow his mind is able to reconcile those two facts unproblematically. I wish I could do it so easily.
The incongruity of bloodstains on my men's briefs. How can he bleed there and not be hurt? I pierced my skin with a needle. Every 10 days. A drop of blood welling up. I feel the testosterone flowing through my body. The slow process of making it mine.
Why was my gender challenged and then confirmed like something I didn't already know? My breasts, my labia, my clitoris, my feelings mean nothing if I'm missing a vagina? Why was my body taken away and rearranged like a sexual action figure by men with knives? But everybody was too focused on the whole, or lack thereof, to pay any attention to the person. We challenged the role presented to women, and that makes people very nervous. We challenge the concept of normal for gender and sexual activity, and that makes people fanatic. We are literally molded to fit societal values. This isn't just about bodies. It's about genocide of variation. I want people to understand that doing the right thing often does more harm than good. People don't fail to meet the definition of normal gender. The definitions fail to meet the people. Being born without a vagina was not my problem. Having to get one was the real problem. My sexual dysfunction posed less of a threat to my health than the parts of the syndrome that disabled me. So why was a vagina all I was given to cope with a much greater loss?
Well, Jim, it looks like you've got a pretty bad flu. I think we should call your parents to pick you up. Does that sound like a good idea? Who should we call?
My mom.
All right, will she be able to pick you up right away?
He.
What's that, dear?
He. My mom prefers to be called he.
Here we are. Now, Jim, this doesn't make any sense. There's no mom listed here, just two men, Robert and John Thompson.
That's what I'm telling you. My mom's new name is John. He prefers to be called he. You please come. I really don't feel good.
I just think we need to figure out a few things first. I don't want to call just anyone to pick you up. Maybe there's been a mistake at the office. Could the mother's name be Joan?
No mistake. Those are my parents. Robert is my dad, and John is my mom. Please call him.
This is so peculiar.
She was smart and gorgeous and funny. I used to laugh really hard all the time. She liked me. Even took me home to meet her parents. They liked me too. We were really close. Dating, maybe even in love. She said I was the best boyfriend she'd ever had. And so, the inevitable happened. Sex. She wanted to have sex. So did I guess. No, really. I did. I just didn't know how to tell her. So I let it happen anyway. I know I shouldn't have, but everything was just so cheesy, romantic comedy that I didn't think anything could go wrong. At first, she thought I'd been in some horrible accident. But no. was no accident.